Are we recording?
What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. In this video, I'm actually going to be revealing the easiest Facebook dropshipping strategy for low budget. Okay, so starting off, I understand because I was in the exact same position you guys are. Having like little to no money is probably the hardest way to start a business, and I recommend actually that if you don't have money, don't even start a business. First, go get a 9-to-5 job, which is actually something that most of you guys don't want to hear. Go get a 9-to-5 job, get at least $1,000 in your bank, like for sure 1,000. Then start testing out with Instagram influencers, Facebook ads, because that $1,000 will give you guys some room to play with and just to figure things out. But regardless of that, I have a Facebook ad strategy for low budget. So how was I able to do this? Well, it's very simple and yet very effective, right? So let's hop right into it. So I'm gonna show you guys a couple not screenshots, but some earnings, right? So actually this is from one of the stores, the new store that I started with the new product. And today we actually have moved like the traffic to its branded shop. So right here we were just testing on this random shop, right? And today we start running traffic to it. So today we literally have no paid advertising. We already made 218, 3 orders with nothing. It's just probably the people from yesterday. Then they just looked us up on YouTube. But, I mean, not on YouTube, but on Google. And they probably bought today. But regardless of that, I actually started testing this new product on this new store February 1st with a $5 a day ad strategy, right? The low budget ad strategy. And in less than 7 days, I was able to take it to 30K, right? So first day, right here, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, 6 days, and on the actual store that we're gonna start branding, because I saw so much potential in this product, I'm like, let's go start trying to brand it somehow, right? With a couple little things, not actually private labeling it, but just doing a couple things to brand the product even better so we could increase the price. But okay, how to do this Facebook ad strategy, low budget. So it is okay, how do I explain this in the most simplest terms possible, right? I actually just got done eating, so sorry for all the mess. I just pulled this up out of nowhere because I wanted to make this quick video for you guys. But we started off with around 65 ad sets at $5 a day, all targeting single interests. So 65 different interests narrowed down by engaged shopper, $5 a day ad sets. First day we spent around $300. We got back like, I think it says 700. Next day we did the same thing. We just duplicated a couple winning ad sets. But all it is targeting completely worldwide, not excluding any countries, not putting any specific gender, and not putting any specific language, which is probably the key right there, because a lot of people like to teach excluding certain countries and only doing English or, you know, specific genders. Well, in my low budget Facebook ad strategy that we use for this specific product, from $0 to $7,000 a day. I mean, we did do $7,000 in one day, but I'm saying 0 to 30K in 7 days was just duplicating those $5 a day ad sets. So the first day we got a whole bunch with like 2 sales, duplicated some of the ones with 2 sales. Then the next day, a certain ad set made like 3 or 4 sales. That specific ad set, we duplicated like 20 times at the same budget, $5 a day. Next day, we find more ad sets with 3 or more purchases, which 3 purchases is actually like a really good place to start off with. If you guys like my jacket, go ahead, like down below, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I want to remind you guys, because if you don't subscribe, like, what the fuck are you doing? Regardless of that, okay. So, yeah, that's all we were doing, $5 a day. And there's obviously more details to it, but just, like, keeping it simple for the people that want to get started real quick. $5 a day, single interest, narrowed down by engaged shoppers. And the keys are worldwide, not excluding nothing, and no language. So we just kept on duplicating until at one point we had like, I want to say like 900 ad sets at $5 a day. And I like to duplicate ad sets with 3 or more purchases. the reason for that is that if a ad set gets one purchase, it can be considered a fluke, just a luck. Doesn't mean that that specific targeting is like amazing. It just means that we gotta sell. 2 sales is kind of more promising, but 3 sales means that that specific targeting is a winner. So we need to duplicate it even more. So that is the whole strategy right there. And I actually, like I showed you guys, like today we only made, let me check just so you guys see again. We only made 218, right? With 120 visitors compared to a couple days ago where we were at 8K, almost 9K on this specific store, right? On this specific store. Because if I actually did switch the product, like I mentioned, to a completely new shop, because for a lot of reasons, mainly for branding purposes, because this is kind of more my testing store. So I like to go on this store and just test with my old Pixel, right? And this Pixel has a whole bunch of data relating to this niche. So that's where I test my products at. And once I find the winners, I go and make one product stores for them. So one product funnel pages for them, which convert a lot higher. And now that we're actually making around $15,000 a day with this specific product, we're going to actually start scaling vertically with lookalike audiences. So that's another key thing right there, that right here we're just doing interest targeting. So I like to call that the red ocean. So red ocean is where there's a whole bunch of sharks just killing each other and killing all the fish, just attacking the same fish, and it's just bloody because it's so much, there's a war, like everyone's trying to target the same people. So I call that the Red Sea, when you're targeting just interests, right? Cold targeting. There's no retargeting ads on this specific product yet because I was just testing out this low budget strategy. But are we still recording just to make sure? Yep. Okay. So yeah. So I call that the red ocean. In the red ocean, single interest targeting with $5 a day. That's why I keep my ad set budgets to only $5 a day, because I've noticed that when you try duplicating and scaling vertically with single interests in the Red Sea, which is just cold targeting, your ROAS does end up decreasing a lot, and a lot of the ad sets that you try to duplicate to like $20 a day or $50 or $100 a day ad set don't end up performing well, and that's because it's in the Red Sea. Everyone's trying to target those people. So now that I'm at 15K a day, I'm gonna start targeting and making the lookalike audiences for them. And in the lookalike audiences, that's where the real profits come in, right? So now I have a whole bunch of data for the specific product. Now I'm gonna make lookalike audiences for the video views, literally all of them, from 3 second, 10 second, 50%, 75%, 95%, to all the countries that are winning. And then obviously I'm gonna go to view content, then to add to cart, then to purchases. And I like to keep it structured because it just gives you a plan of action to take. So now the scaling process, I'm going to take the store to a lot of money. I was gonna say a specific number, but I don't want to, because maybe if I say the number, it'll kind of like, for some people, like it's all about paradigm. So if I just say a number out there, to you guys it might seem ridiculous, but we're gonna take the store to over 100K a day, which is insane to say, but that's how we're gonna do it. And now with lookalike audiences, which I like to call the blue ocean, which is where we can scale vertically to ad set budgets of $100 to $200 and start manual bidding, which is one of my favorite parts. And I recommend doing this type of strategy, especially if you're a beginner and especially if you don't have a lot of money to work with. $5 a day, targeting worldwide, no specific language, no specific gender, just with one single interest, works extremely well. Once you guys start seeing results there, then you can go on to lookalike audiences and scale those up vertically, which will do amazing, especially if you can make it work out like this with cold targeting worldwide. And I know that's insane because a lot of people are just teaching to target the top 5 countries or just USA. And there's a lot of competition in those markets. And I found that targeting worldwide lets me sneak into international markets like the markets of Germany, Sweden, United Kingdom, and there is so much potential for growth there, and the competition isn't as high as the US, which is amazing. And that's why I believe the $5 a day, not even $5 a day, but just low budget Facebook ad strategy is the way to go. And keep on doing that. Don't scale up vertically at the beginning, scale horizontally, which just means duplicate ad sets at $5 a day. Keep doing that. Then once you guys have a lot of data, like I do right now for this specific product, move on to the blue ocean, which is your lookalike audiences, where the real profits start kicking in. And also, little side note, don't focus on just making profits. Focus on keeping your customers satisfied. So now that I'm at like 15K a day, I already have a virtual assistant helping me out with customer service and all that, because I want to make sure that I'm paying for a customer, not just paying for a sale, which is the key difference. So if you made it this far, that's the bonus right there. Make sure that you're paying for customers and not just focusing on paying for purchases, because a customer is going to make you a lot more money in the long run. And I'm here for the long run. I don't just want to make a couple of bucks one day and the next day. I'm trying to make money this year, next year, 2020, 2050, 2100, long term. So make sure that you're keeping your customers satisfied so you guys could end up making more money with those customers. So that is it for this video. Hope you guys found some type of value. And if you guys have any questions, just comment down below. I'll respond to every single one. I actually want to make this agreement with you guys. In the first hour, I'll respond to every single comment, because my Instagram DMs are starting to get flooded, and it's like, it gets so hard to keep up with them. So I'll make this deal with you guys. Go like, go subscribe, go click the notification bell. And if you guys have a question, comment down below in the first hour. I'll comment back to every single one of you guys. So yeah, that is it for this video. Every single day is Monday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.